Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to break down some of the most important sections of the Federal Divorce Act of Canada in a way that's easy to understand. If you're going through separation or divorce, understanding the Divorce Act can help reduce confusion, lower anxiety, and help you make more informed decisions for yourself and your children. We'll cover grounds for divorce, parenting and decision making, child support, spousal support, family violence considerations, relocation and moving with children, and how court orders can be changed later on. And remember, this video is for general educational purposes only. It is not legal advice. So let's begin. Grounds for divorce. Under Section 8 of the Divorce Act, a court can grant divorce where there has been what the law calls a breakdown of the marriage. There are three legal grounds for divorce in Canada. First is living separate and apart for 1 year. This is the most common ground for divorce. Many people are surprised to learn that you can actually be considered separated while still living under the same roof if you're living separate lives emotionally, financially, and relationally. Second is adultery. And the third is physical or mental cruelty. However, most people proceed under the 1 year separation grounds because it's generally simpler and less emotionally destructive than proving adultery or cruelty in court. One important thing to understand is you do not need to wait until all issues are resolved before the 1 year separation period begins. Next are duties of parties and reducing conflict. Under Section 7.1 of the Divorce Act, focuses on reducing conflict and protecting children during separation and divorce. The law encourages parents and spouses to attempt family dispute resolution processes whenever possible and appropriate. This can include mediation, negotiation, or collaborative family law. The goal is to reduce the emotional harm that prolonged conflict and can have on children and families. There's one reason why mediation has become increasingly important in Canada. Court litigation is often expensive, emotionally exhausting, and can increase hostility between parties. Mediation, when appropriate and safe, can help families communicate more effectively, focus on practical situations or solutions, reduce costs, and maintain greater control over outcomes. The Divorce Act recognizes that ongoing parental conflict can negatively impact children's emotional and psychological well-being. Next is child support. Section 15.1 deals with child support. One of the most important concepts here is child support is considered the right of the child. It's not viewed as money belonging to the other parent. Child support is generally determined using the paying parent's income, the number of children, parenting arrangements, and the federal child support guidelines. But support is not limited to monthly table amounts. Additional expenses, often called special or extraordinary expenses, can include daycare, medical or dental expenses, counseling, sports and extracurricular activities, or post-secondary educational costs. Many parents experience conflict around child support because emotions are high during separation. But courts generally focus on ensuring children continue to receive financial support appropriate to their needs and the parent's financial abilities. It's also important to know that hiding income or intentionally reducing income can become a major issue in family court proceedings. Transparency and financial disclosure is extremely important. Next up is spousal support. Section 15.2 deals with spousal support. So spousal support is designed to address economic disadvantages that may result from the marriage or its breakdown. For example, one spouse may have stayed home to raise children or supported the other spouse's career advancement. Courts consider several factors, including the length of the relationship, financial need, the ability to pay, roles during the marriage, and economic disadvantage or dependencies. Spousal support can be temporary, it can be long-term, it can be monthly payments, or it can be a lump sum payment. Not every divorce involves spousal support. And contrary to popular belief, spousal support is not automatic. Every case depends on the specific facts and circumstances. This is one reason why proper financial disclosure and legal information are so important during separation. Next up, we have the best interests of the child. Section 16 is one of the most important parts of the Divorce Act. It establishes the legal principle known as the best interests of the child. This means that parenting decisions must focus on what is best for the child, not what's most convenient or emotionally satisfying for the parents. Courts primarily consider the child's physical safety, emotional well-being, and psychological well-being. However, other factors may include stability, the child's relationship with each parent, the child's views and preferences, depending on their age, of course, and each parent's ability to meet the child's needs, as well as communication and cooperation between parents. One major change in recent years is that the Divorce Act no longer uses the terms custody or access. Instead, the law now uses parenting time and decision-making responsibility. This shift was designed to reduce the winner versus loser mentality that often comes with older custody language. The focus is now intended to be more child-centered and less adversarial. Next up, we have family violence. So another extremely important area of the Divorce Act is family violence. The law now specifically requires court to consider family violence when making parenting decisions. And family violence is defined broadly. So it can include physical abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, which we covered in another video, coercive control, threats, harassment, psychological abuse, or exposing children to violence. This is very important because many forms of abuse are not always visible. For example, a person may never physically assault their partner, but may control finances, isolate them socially, intimidate them emotionally, or manipulate the children. So courts are increasingly recognize the serious impact that these behaviors can have on both adults and children. When family violence is present, safety becomes a primary concern in parenting and decision-making arrangements. This is also why mediation may not be appropriate in every case. In situations involving severe coercive control, intimidation, or ongoing abuse, specialized legal and safety support may be necessary. Next up, we have parenting plans and relocation. The Divorce Act also encourages parents to create detailed parenting plans. So this can include weekly parenting schedules, holiday arrangements, communication rules, school decisions, medical decisions, and or transportation arrangements. Clear parenting plans can specifically reduce conflict because expectations are clearly defined. So the Act also contains important relocation provisions. If a parent wishes to move with a child, special legal rules may apply. Generally, advance written notices are required. The other parent has the opportunity to object, of course, and courts evaluate whether the move is in the child's best interest. Relocation cases can also become highly emotional because they often affect parenting time, schooling, community ties, and extended family relationships. but courts try to balance the child's stability with each parent's circumstances and future opportunities. Next up, we have changing court orders. So Section 17 allows existing court orders to be changed when there's been a material change in circumstances. Examples might include significant income changes, relocation, changes in parenting schedules, health concerns, or safety concerns. This is important because family life changes over time. Parenting arrangement that worked when a child was 3 years old may not work any longer when the child becomes a teenager. So the court's role is to assess whether the change is significant enough to justify modifying the original order. Separation and divorce can be one of the most emotionally difficult experiences a person will ever go through. But understanding the Divorce Act can help people make more informed, grounded, and constructive decisions during an already stressful time. The key themes throughout the Divorce Act are protecting children, reducing conflict, encouraging cooperation where possible, promoting safety and well-being, and supporting fair financial arrangements. If you're navigating separation or divorce, please seek proper legal information, document important financial information, focus on the needs of the child or children, prioritize emotional and psychological safety, and consider mediation or other resolution processes when appropriate. And most importantly, please remember that conflict does not have to define the future of your family. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who may benefit from it. And if you'd like more content on separation, divorce, mediation, family law, emotional healing, and conflict resolution, stay tuned for future videos. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.